Hey, what is up guys, I'm Jddhd here, and welcome back to Prime Picks. Yes, we've officially named the series, so shout out to everyone who suggested names, and for those who agreed with that one. And in this episode, we're taking a look at the absolute best-selling headphones on all of Amazon, so the #1 most popular stuff in the personal audio department. And there's a couple different categories for headphones, as you probably already know. There are earbuds, there are on-ear headphones, and there are wireless headphones. So we've got the prime picks here for all of those. Now, I've talked about headphones before. You might have already heard me talk about Audio-Technica's ATH-M 50s. I've reviewed a couple pairs of Beats. I've talked about my favorite Bose headphones, some Jdd's, but those were all well over $100. But these #1 selling headphones all have something in common, which is that they're all cheap. They're all less than $100. They're all less than $50. They're all very inexpensive. So at the time of this recording, the #1 earbuds on all of Amazon are these Panasonic ErgoFit earbuds, $9, 50,000 reviews, 4 stars, pretty basic. The #1 over-ear headphones are these MPOW 059 Hi-Fi stereo headphones, $35, 15,000 reviews at 4.5 stars. And the #1 wireless headphones on Amazon are, what do you know, also made by MPOW, the MPOW Flame Bluetooth headphones, $20, 8,000 reviews at, again, 4.5 stars. Now, I have my thoughts and feelings about one company kind of dominating the best sellers list of all of accessories on Amazon, including headphones, but that's a whole nother video. But basically, I thought a lot about why people buy these, why these have ended up at the top of Amazon, why they're the best sellers, and what it comes down to is it's a lot of expectations, positioning, and a little bit of luck. But I'll go over all that at the end. Basically, the reasons people just buy super cheap headphones, and this especially applies to earbuds, is people buying headphones at this price don't really care about a whole lot. Basically, what it comes down to is people buying super cheap headphones around these prices really only care about a couple of things. What they do care about is, #1, how functional and convenient they are. You know, they plug in, they're easy to use. #2, how comfortable they are. Pretty straightforward, you can wear them for a long time and not feel any pain. #3, how durable they are. I don't want them to break again. I just want them to last as long as possible with my use and not fall apart early. We've all seen cable fraying and plastic cracking. And then last but not least is how good they sound. Notice this is kind of low on the list, and in all honesty, by the time you replace something that broke, most people are just happy it works, and sound quality is not the top priority here. And honestly, this priority list, I think, explains the existence of what I think may be the most popular pair of headphones in the world by volume. It's a pair of headphones that you probably haven't actually bought with your own money, or at least consciously done it. It's earpods. Earpods are super functional and super convenient. I mean, they come in the box with your phone. They're built and designed for the iPhone. They're super lightweight, so they're comfortable for a surprising amount of people. And then durability and sound are just barely average. They're good enough, but they're just so convenient. But what if your earpods break? What if you come up, you know, the cable starts to fray, something breaks about them, you don't feel like contributing maybe to Apple's $1 trillion, so you head over to Amazon and you find the most popular headphones and you just end up with these. So okay, the Panasonic ErgoFit headphones, functional and convenient? Yes. $9 on Amazon, next day shipping. This is definitely convenient. They plug right in with a 90-degree jack, assuming you have a headphone jack, I forgot to mention. But assuming you have a headphone jack, these are really convenient. They plug right in. They are pretty comfortable, mostly because they are super lightweight, so they're easy to forget about in your ear. And they don't make a great seal or anything, but there's multiple size rubber tips in the box, so you can adjust that. Durability, I think, is my biggest concern. This does not look like a cable that would survive very much stress at all. It's kind of thin and wiry, one of those that would like peel apart after a while, but it's fine for now. But then how do they sound? They make sounds. It's funny, it's actually harder, I think, for me to evaluate these than really, really good quality headphones because I'm used to hearing a certain range of things, but they work. That's really what matters. They sound fine. You're not missing any frequencies. They're not super bass heavy or super tinny or anything like that. So it's all right. All right, onto these MPOW over-ear headphones. They come in a bunch of colors. I picked red and black, naturally. I think from some angles they kind of resemble Beats, like some old Beats Studios or even the Solos from a couple years ago because of the shape of the plastic and these ear cups. But these are $35 bucks, so I won't complain. And they are wireless Bluetooth headphones with up to a 20-hour quoted battery life, same as my Bose QC35, and they're rechargeable via micro USB, also the same as the Bose. So are they functional and convenient? Yeah, I mean, it was about as much as headphones like this can be. They do have some MIDI controls on the side, so if you're into that, you can play pause, you can accept and reject calls, volume up and down. And they fold up for travel, so I feel like you can bring these just about anywhere any other pair of over-ear headphones will go. And they are actually pretty comfortable. They have soft ear cups that fully surround your ear. The top band also has a cushion. Plenty of headphones are way less comfortable than this. Durability, these might be about as durable as Beats. I mean, they use plastics in a lot of the same places. There's thin metal at the joints. I don't expect you to be able to beat these up or toss them around, but if you do take care of them, they'll be fine. They'll just get really fingerprinty. They're not sweat-proof like the earbuds, though, so this is not a workout pair of headphones. And then, of course, how do they sound? Weird hiss. They have this weird hiss when, well, when they're connected, and then as soon as I hit pause, when the music stops, there's like a for like a second, and then it stops, and then I press play again, and it comes back, and the sound plays, but there's this hiss. I think it kind of sounds like I'm listening through like a bed sheet, like if I had a pillow sheet up to my ear between that's what it sounds like. I don't know. They're just like slightly muffled. Like the frequency response probably looks kind of like this. They're not super bass heavy, which I actually like. I think a lot of headphones that just over exaggerate the bass are easy for me to rip on because they're clearly doing it wrong. But these they sound all right. The isolation is pretty good too. I'll give them that. You put them on your ears. They're not noise canceling, but because they surround your ear, the passive noise isolation is pretty good. And then the number one of all wireless headphones on Amazon is these $20 earbuds by MPOW. These are definitely on a sporty slant, so they're sweat-proof. They have this cable, this flat cable, a 7 to 9 hour battery life claimed, and they also kind of resemble some sporty Beats I've seen. They are functional and convenient. For people looking for like wireless earbuds that are way cheaper than AirPods, for example, these have almost all the same functionality. Obviously no W1 chips, so they don't have quite the same deep integration as AirPods that everyone loves, but Bluetooth pairing is still pretty easy at this point. You can leave them loose, kind of just like hanging the cable back here, or you can do the wire clamp to fit them on the back of your neck like the Jddrds, and that's how they look. So for comfort, there's still all the different sizes of rubber tips, but if you want to change that, you of course have them in the box, and then the over-ear arch that kind of hooks over is more universal than the wingtip that tries to go up into your ear. I think this is going to fit more people's ears. Durability of these is actually probably the best of the bunch, which is pretty good for 20 bucks. IPX7 water resistance, a decent quality flat red and black cable, rubber and plastic mostly everywhere else, and they come with this case that you can zipper them up in that you can throw them around in. Now sound. I would characterize these as functional. They're definitely a little heavier with the bass than the other two, which is interesting for earbuds, but I think, again, this all falls into a kind of a nice, sporty package generally. I mean, audiophiles aren't buying these, but when you consider, again, that these are 20 bucks, maybe a little more shipped, that's cheaper than earpods, and you're getting a lot more for that price. So what have we learned here today? Honestly, despite the length of the video, there's not really all that much to say about cheap headphones. You kind of just hope they work. They do what they're supposed to do. They're advertised, maybe one or two extra little features like being sweat-proof or having a little thing that goes over your ear to keep them on your ear longer. That kind of stuff is nice, but at the end of the day, if they work well, that's pretty much good enough for $9. That's why these are prime picks. The question of how do they get to the top of Amazon, we could talk about that all day, but essentially what it comes down to is these are about as good as the competition. They're around the same price. They're a bit on the low side. And then basically they're just rise to the top by whatever means necessary and stay there because they're good enough. My biggest thumbs up from the number ones that we tested, I think, would be these MPOW, the Flame, the earbuds. I think they're the most complete and they represent like a package you could actually recommend. For 20 bucks, sweat resistant again, decent quality cable. Durability is probably the biggest strength of these compared to what else is on this table. But I could also see myself recommending these for like kids. I mean, if they're like maybe they get their eye on some more expensive fancy headphones in Best Buy, these kind of have the same look to them and do almost the same job. I don't know. I mean, if they're asking for Beats, then they probably already know they want Beats. But if they're asking for nice red and black headphones, then these are fine. But that is it. That's it for Prime Picks episode 2 of the #1 best headphones on Amazon. I have a question for you. If you had to live with one of these headphones for life on this table, which one would you pick and why? Either way, let me know what other categories you'd like to see in the Prime Picks series. Until the next one, thank you for watching. Talk to you guys later. Peace.